Hey guys, we're back with Lucid9. When we last left off, we were modeling and, we went to GFC. Now we're going somewhere with our friends. It's only been an hour since I last recorded, so I'm fresh. Just recorded some UA Nikki. That game is, definitely something. We'll finish up the chicken and head to the subway. It's less crowded than usual, but probably because today's technically a weekend. Wait, wouldn't that make it more crowded? Like all other subways, the platform is immaculate. What do you mean, technically a weekend? Is either a weekend or it's not. There's no sign of dust, much less any scrap of trash. Quality public transportation seems to be a big boasting point of the city. It's hardly a whisper of sound as the doors seamlessly slide open or as the subs spiral down the rails, solidifying the aircraft into the station. So something really bad is going to happen here, right? That just seems like certain. Like, we're in day 5 actually. Which doesn't... Sorry, it doesn't have a Steam store page, like, summary of. Day 5 is just, like, it's not there. They skipped 7, 5, and 2. I think stuff happened on day 7. But still, nothing major is probably going to happen here. Probably. Watch us, like, find the main antagonist and beat him up. I mean, I assume there's an antagonist here that isn't Yama. I mean, there's the guy who was presumably Yama was on the phone with, so. It's packed at this time of day. Sidewalks full of rich housewives and groups of teens on shopping trips. The bright lights of the store displays shine with deceptive welcome, as if the workers care about something other than the wallet size of their customers. Just down the street, I noticed a familiar mop of red hair in front of a large gaming store. Oh, isn't that Ari? I peer over the crowd of heads to the other side of the street. Yep, it's definitely Ari, staring emptily through the glass display without a care in the world. Oh yeah, the little one. Maybe we should invite her to hang out with us. Are you kidding? Her? Oh, calm down. What else could she possibly do to you? What could she possibly? Well, clearly, there's something wrong with her. Shouldn't fall for my irresistible charm. Uh-huh. But it gets even better. Did a little digging. Turns out that anyone who talks to her mysteriously goes missing the next day. Right, there was, the bullying, or whatever you want to call it. Where they're blaming her for that girl disappearing. Or was it a guy? I forget. But I remember Yama was like, oh yeah, you'll forget about him in 2 weeks. Really? Oh, give me a break. Yama and I talked to her 2 days ago and we're still around. Give it time. Wait, foreshadowing. This is ridiculous. Yama, we should invite her, right? I mean, yes. Sure. What? How could he betray me like this? Thanks. Okay, go get her. Me? Who else? I'm about to protest, but Yui shoves me into the street the moment the light turns green. Hey! Go! Trying to get me run over. Sighing, I plod across the street, waving my way through the crowd until I've reached the gaming store. At a closer glance, I realize that Ari is blankly looking at the store. She's smiling. Purely lightly, with a genuine sparkle in her eye. Almost feel like I'm interrupting something important. Hi. Ari turns to me, expression openly curious. Fancy meeting you here, at this place. In a public street, in front of a game store, on the weekend. Which is not very unusual, is it? Again, no response. Be easier to get a reaction out of a brick wall. So what kind of game are you interested in, Kyber? Pullmon? So that's Pokemon. Kyber. I don't see it. Ari only smiles and points at a far corner of the store. Twisted poster of terrifyingly grotesque zombies rise from the fog of the special Left Alive display. Left Alive? Left 4 Dead 2? There's not a first Left 4 Dead. No, that's ridiculous. Wait, what? Left Alive? Yes. Back my brain as to why a cute girl would be interested in such a perfect game. You like Left Alive? You can save creatures from their miserable lives. It's So do you like Summon Allegiance, Nimbus? Those kind of shooters? No. What kind of other games do you like? You? With a survival horror game that gave Yahiko nightmares for 2 months? I mean, you Fall of Shadows. I don't get this one. Yes. Do you like the Adrenaline Rush? I don't play it for fun. Then why do you play it? It's educational. I have a bad feeling about this. How is it educational? Shows me how I would never want to die. Something about the way she says that is terribly ominous. It's like a girl who's planning her funeral before her wedding. I see. I mean, there's definitely something up with Harry. Given that, you know, the people who talk to her went missing. That there's at least some truth to that, and how she knows Shigure. Fall into a short silence as my mind runs blank. I don't even remember what I was supposed to be doing. What games do you like? Me? Anything with a good story, I guess. Visual novels? Nah, I hate those. Those are for weebs. Sure. What kind? From what I played, on your height. This Destiny / Departure Dawn was long but good. Fate's Day Night and Kanpeki Shonen Katawa Shoujo, I guess. Hey, way to sound certain. They could say unright, you're right, but they couldn't go Little Busters. That hit too close to home. Aries' gaze drifts off into the distance. Can't tell if she's thoughtful or bored. Maybe talking about visual novels for her. What am I supposed to be talking about again? Yeah, she take forever. Really pops up next to me, almost as out of nowhere. So did you. Me? Crossing the street. It's giving you time to invite her, you idiot. Huh? Alright, hanging out with us. You wanna join us? We're gonna go do something fun. Probably. That's something really creepy. What? We don't actually know what we're doing. How about this? He points to an advertisement in the corner of the shop display. Cafe de la Pax? Pa? French doesn't make any sense. Karaoke, now open for business. Interesting. Remember that Cafe de la Pa has another branch in this district, but I never expected it to open for karaoke. Karaoke sounds fun. Nothing like belching your lungs out after a day of running. Ideas are always the best. You want to come with us? It'd be more fun if I wasn't the only girl. It'd be nice to have an actual girl around. Hey, oh. Yeah, it would. I'm gonna chase the best he can, but he just doesn't cut it. She gotta be good. This does seem to amuse Ari, whose mouth twicks upward in the barest facsimile of a smile. However, I see your eyes narrow a little. Still processing my question. Karaoke? Yeah, just some friendly competition to show off our voices. Not that you'll have much competition in the ladies division. Yeah, but don't beat yourself up. Your voice isn't that bad. Ah ha ha ha. Did I seriously walk into that joke twice? Looks my edge. However, it looks its intended effect. And her finally shares her gaze with us again, and her smile returns. Very well. Really? Great. She eagerly pulls Ari along as Masato bolts down the street with renewed vigor. Notice that Yahiko follows at a cautious distance, uncertainty in his eyes. I still get this feeling that Yahiko is the antagonist, and I do not like it. Because Yahiko's my bud. Number 1. Entering the cafe brings a sharp sense of deja vu, with the notable exception that there's no uptight British cashier at the counter. When we inquire into karaoke, we're shown into a small yet comfortable back room with clean wooden panels and velvet carpeting. Feels like a cheap room for belting discordant tunes and more like a miniature stage at a theater. This is Starbucks! Okay, clock's ticking, so I ain't spending much time on it explaining. We'll choose one song, except the judge. Who's the judge? I volunteer. What? Heck no! You're not getting away that easily. And I ain't singing without my rival. Better pick my words carefully here, or I'll actually have to sing. We are rivaling. Your skill as a contestant versus my skill as a judge. It worked! Oh, okay. Wait, what? Are you serious? Would have wanted to hear him, fail. Look, you gotta get this competition underway, so I'm moving on. I'm the judge. We all sing the song. A song. Seems simple enough. But wait, there's a catch! You gotta sing the song that the person on your right chooses. We said Masato would choose the song by Eri for Yahiko, Yahiko for Yui, and Yui for Masato. Oh boy, this matchup is gonna yield some interesting results. Okay, time to choose. Masato passes around a small tablet, and each person takes their time selecting a song. Wondering what they're gonna choose. Knowing Yahiko and Masato, I'm sure they'll pick something weird. What about Eri and Yui? Eri's gonna choose the weirdest song of all, like the Grab Red opening or something. Finally, they all seem satisfied with their choices and settle onto the couch. I clear my throat, dramatically tapping a finger against my armrest. So who's first? No response. Guess I'll go. Brave soul. She walks up to the miniature stage where the microphone is set up. Better not have chosen something weird, Yahiko. Don't worry, it's just the opening to my favorite anime. Wait, wasn't his favorite anime? Super Hype Magical Girl Lyrical Chan. That's... I'm not too familiar with Magical Girl anime. Is that the one that's getting a new season this season? Like the card captor Sakura, I think? Or no? It's just generic Magical Girl name, really. Yui pales as I struggle to hold back my laughter. Good luck, Yui. By which I mean, this will be hilarious. The song is called Lovey-Dovey Magical Heart Prism. She must regret going first. Yui timidly touches the screen to start the song. An energetic bouncy tune begins to play, accompanied by Yahiko enthusiastically bobbing his head. Well, I'm not singing this. God, her high-pitched voice combined with the off-key vocals pound my eardrums mercilessly. You guys want me to do it? No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Definitely not doing it. Definitely not doing it. She curls into a little ball on the stage as the song finally comes to a close. Is it over? Is it? Yes, it's over. I'm free. Managed to clap politely as Yui descends from the stage, her knuckles white from gripping the microphone. So, how was it? I have to choose my words wisely here. It was colorful. Yep, it had personality and depth in the original performance. I'm really curious, since they at least planned to do a voice acting patch, how that would go with voice acting. It'd either be great or terrible but great. And I don't know which one. But I'm curious about it. Original in more ways than one. I wonder whatever happened to that. It says it was planned for 2017. It's 2018 now. Like, did the developers just stop working on Lucid9 in general, or the sequel, or whatever you want to call it? This is Lucid9 Inciting Incident, so I assume this one is Lucid9 whatever. Original in more ways than one. Thankfully, the others nod with me in agreement. Yui smiles at my vague compliment. Thanks, guys. Masato, are you going next? Yep, lay it on me, Yui. What did he choose? I don't know. Picked a random song. Wonder how this will turn out. My song's called... He immediately expels a stream of vulgar words into the atmosphere. You didn't even know so many inappropriate terms could fit into one song title. Take a quick peek inside to make sure there aren't any little kids around. Okay, guys, you ready? No, I'm not. Here we go! I've never heard so many expletives saying an repetition session like that in my entire life. Look on Yui's face makes it seem like she's been scarred. Even Aries' eyes widened throughout the performance. Thankfully, the song is even shorter than Lovey-Dovey Magical Heart Prism. Our misery is short-lived. That was awesome! Thanks, man. What do you guys think? Looks expectantly around the room, where Yui and I fix our gazes on the floor. Shouldn't have picked a song at random. An awkward silence pervades the room. I guess it's my turn. She looks to the mic. What was that voice I did? With a dispassionate expression. She doesn't seem to even be slightly embarrassed, which I find surprising. She'll be honored. This is a good song. Please don't let this one be as bad as the last. Eri gives the screen a brief glance, but shows no reaction at the title she sees. She only picks up the microphone and immediately starts the song. A rather lively ensemble of drugs! Yeah, drugs! Of drums, bass, and guitars play, characteristic of rock and roll. Eri grips the microphone with the charisma of a professional. Oh my goodness, CG here. She steps her right foot to the beat of the drums, and when the lyrics pop up on the screen, she puts her lips close to the microphone. You're from Mars and I'm not singing. What the, am I hallucinating? Is this beautiful voice through the air? Oh, it's a beautiful voice, I have to sing it. No. And she's actually great. What is this song playing? I thought it sounded like a song from, I think, Little Busters, but it's not. But I think she's amazing. I'm not singing it. Nope. Give her the powerful emotion coming from her angelic voice. It's like she's the original singer. Because she is the original singer. Dance movements are perfectly synchronized with the lyrics. Feels though I'm attending an actual concert. Feel the joy emanating from Aerie as she sings. Her face is lively and filled with energy. Stark contrast to her normally expressionless face. And we're totally complimentary. Song completes its last beat and Aerie, panting heavily, places the microphone back on the stand. She wipes the beads of sweat from her forehead. She then immediately regains her poker face, her usual poker face. As if what just happened was merely a dream. Approaches us, awaiting our judgment. How did I do? How did you do? That's the best thing by far. Performance is probably on the same level as a professional sing. Wait, still have Yahiko left though. Singing is wonderful. You should do an encore. Heck yeah, it was right good. Guess it was alright. I mean, at least it was better than Yui singing. He's starstruck. It was great, Aerie. You have an amazing voice. Didn't know you liked those types of songs. She gave a slight, nonchalant shrug at my words. I don't. They're too easy. She thought this song was too easy? Now I'm curious as to how she would have sounded if Masato had picked a more difficult song. Well, now it's my turn. Let's see what song you chose. In a similar fashion to the rest of the group, he hops up onto the stage and looks down at the screen. Oh, you chose one of my favorites, Death by Devils. That doesn't sound too friendly. Picked it randomly. Not another random selection. I'm worried about this one. Okay, guys, give me a sec to warm up. The song's a doozy. Clears out his throat multiple times before grabbing the microphone and starting the song. A list of heavy metal bursts from the speakers, covering my ears from the sudden spiked volume. Eco must have increased the volume. Yeah! Oh my god. What is this? The scream almost knocks me backwards. Others are just as dumbstruck as I am. The devil sends his demons at me. Got no choice but to fight for my own survival. You can barely hear the lyrics he's shouting out. I feel like he's screaming in tune than actually singing. It's actually not bad, just strange. Nope. He stops up on the stage, hand sweeping up and down in the imaginary air guitar. He powerfully leaps up, landing with a finishing resonant chord. I can feel my heartbeat slowly returning to normal. How was I? Honestly, it was a lot better than what I was expecting. It was definitely different, but not in a bad way. And ever heard someone sing like that before? And how do you scream like that for the whole song? Nothing to it. Just pick up the microphone and scream as loud as you can. When you feel like your throat's about to fall off, you keep on screaming. Masato stares blankly at Yahiko as he asked the dumbest question to the dumbest boy in the world, which he did. I guess it's time for me to pick the winner. In my opinion, Aerie won by a landslide. Now all I have to do is... Hold on a sec. I forget to mention that the winner has to sing a duet with Yama. Wait a minute. This wasn't in the rules. Great idea, Masato. Dang it, Yui. She knows that I don't like to sing in front of other people. She's trying to rub it in. Maybe if I stall for some time. Come on, hurry up and pick someone. Do I actually have to choose? If I can't escape the situation, then I'll just have to pick the least deadly poison. Yiko will most likely pick another Screamo song. In that case, all I have to do is scream in tune for a couple of minutes. I can choose Aerie. She sings so well that it would easily overshadow my horrible singing. Problem is, if I pick Aerie, I'll convey some weird messages. Try to send her a subtly apologetic look as I turn to Yahiko. Oh, Yahiko, are you ready to bow down another one? Of course I am. Excellent choice, my good minion. Clearly the best singer here. After Aerie's performance, I'm not sure I can agree, but he's certainly not incompetent, that's for sure. Yui and Masato, on the other hand, seem to disapprove of my decision. They're staring at me like I just made a terrible mistake. There's this nice, slow one called The Reign of 20 Years. I've done it earlier, but it's a duet. What, a slow song? It's a slow, powerful ballad. Looking forward to hearing this. Crap, if I'd known this would have happened, I would have picked Aerie. Can't sing slow songs. Nevertheless, Yahiko starts the song, which is heralded by an elegant piano intro. Oh, the campfire is a-glowing! I'm not singing this. He nods at me eagerly. I feel sick. And don't you see, we'd be perfect, because darling, you're divine. Can't continue. With Aerie looking passive as ever, and Yui seems to be even, dare I say it, enjoying my singing, Sato's doubled over in laughter. Quickly plopped the microphone back onto its stand. What are you doing? Morally opposed to singing this song. Why? Not that atrocious. Gee, thanks, Yui. We just reached the best part! With one large breath, he bellows in a vibrating warble. The rain of 20 years falls to the earth in tears. Oh, years and tears rhymes. We instinctively clamp our hands over their ears. Note to self, screaming is not the same thing as singing. It's not? Make it stop. Somebody, make it stop. I keep in areas once in pain, and that's saying something. Kick. Someone yanks the cable on the karaoke machine, and the music abruptly cuts off. Send my praises to the heavens. Hey, I was almost on the bridge. At the bridge, on? At the bridge. The cable dangles from Aerie's fingers. It's getting late. Ego clearly deflates at his lost opportunity to belt, but I quickly grasp his chance to end our misery once and for all. Better head out before we get into trouble. Aerie's a lifesaver. Hurriedly usher the group out of the room, and we return the key to the counter. Then again, despite all the terrible singing I've heard, the experience has been pretty fun. We reconvene at the main street. Everyone seems pleased, but worn out. Phew, that was an afternoon well spent. And that's a good way to end the weekend. So, we heading back? Yep. Actually, I've got some errands to run around here. We'll join you. No, I'll be fine. It's for woman's things. Ego instantly fails, and Masato only nods in understanding. On the other hand, raised a curious eyebrow at Yui. She's never ever used that kind of excuse in 10 years I've known her. So she's clearly up to something, given, she was gone this morning. Just, what is it, though? She notices my question and only shakes her head with a odd little smile. See you guys later. It could or could not be related to the whole disappearance thing. The 3 kids so far. Presumably murdered. She dodges into a nearest store. Or I guess 4 kids now. Or maybe they found one of their bodies. We don't know. Disappearing among the crowd. It's almost by curfew. Head back with you. Minion, what are you gonna do? Me? Actually, I don't have anything planned for the rest of the evening. Maybe I should visit Mr. Yota's office and say hi. No, don't do it! He's gonna kill you! I'll drop by the school. You got it! Goodbye. Too early to call it. Part ways and take the subway back to the academy. As Masato and Yahiko enter the dorm, I head to Yota's office. Although I only probably have like 10 minutes left to record, so... if I have to cut it mid-scene, it happens. Mr. Yota seems surprised at my unannounced drop-in, but not displeased. He ushers me into his office with a faint smile. Interesting. Didn't think I'd see you. You have an appointment soon? Who, me? I'm pretty much a free bird until I verify curfew. What, do you get paid again? Hey, you clearly don't know how difficult my job is. I have to sit here, wait for kids to scan themselves in the building, report the ones who don't by curfew time. Doesn't necessarily set oneself up for popularity. No, I imagine it doesn't. So, looking into the disappearances, are you? Surprised at the acute observation, but I really shouldn't be. Mr. Yota has proven that he's intelligent, even if his attitude needs a little work. I noticed that the detective was here with you yesterday, on the roof. Does that mean you're going to stop me? If the school has something to hide, then Mr. Yota would be the one tasked to stop me. Ha! Now why would I do that? What are you going to do, find out I'm the culprit? Ha! What? Look, kid, there's a lot of security around the school. Lots of regulations, privacy contracts, anything you can think of and beyond. Factually, I can't share any personal information on the students, or I get in massive trouble. There's some stuff that you really need to know. People's lives are on the line. Lives? So I'm totally convinced he has like a hidden underground passage here that leads outside the school, and it can keep dead bodies inside. Don't act dumb on me. Must have figured out by now that these are murders. I had a hunch, but when he says it so flatly, I lose my breath. 3 students who had once lived normal lives full of homework and social drama and extracurricular activities were now gone. You're jumping the gun on this. The police did say they found a body, so maybe they already found all 3 bodies and are keeping it from the public. The reality of it seems very cold and bleak. What are you saying? Doesn't it really bother you, kid? Murders are happening. No one's telling the public. Okay. They're just mysterious disappearances that are blamed on a bunch of trees. Well, it does suck, but the government has already hidden all kinds of things from the public. Saying you're okay with that? What if the next disappearance is me, or Masato, or Yui? Can't answer that. Just this morning, I was stricken senseless at the mere thought that Yui was the next disappearance. I even boarded a bus and gone all the way to the Osamu forest. Completely lost all rational thought. You're right, but what are you saying? All I'm getting at is that I need to know stuff that you can't tell me. Not allowed to tell you. It doesn't mean I can't. Do you get what I'm saying? He said he wants to save people, but he could lose his livelihood. Sharing confidential information won't just result in a pink slip. He'd be blacklisted from every future job. He's trusting all that on me. The world's most serious NDA. This seems like a very stupid thing to tell a kid, unless you're the culprit. Will you sign it? Appear to have this trend of making dangerous agreements recently, so sure. Mr. Yoda's shoulders dropped just slightly, relaxed of attention that I hadn't sensed. Of course, I'll let burden this on him. If I break my promise, he'll be the one to pay. If someone overhears, he'll be the one to pay. Better take him seriously. So what do I need to know? There's a weird trend in the victims that I thought you should know. Guessing there's a reason why you're not informing the police. Heh, you got me. What does that exactly mean? The police are our best bet of catching this killer. What could I do compared to them? Unless Naoto is the culprit. I cannot say that name. Did they say his name last time? Or the time before last time? Anyway, and what is this weird trend? Give me a moment. He reaches into his drawer for his faculty tablet, tapping rapidly on its surface. One moment of waiting passes before he gracelessly bangs it on the table. Gah, I hate computers. Thought you played Guild Wars. Or WoW or something? We'd all be dead without them. I've never played Guild Wars or World of Warcraft. Well, slight lie, I played World of Warcraft for like 10 minutes maybe. And part of me vaguely remembers downloading an MMO that might have been Guild Wars, but same experience, 10 minutes. I don't know if it was Guild Wars or something else. He continues on, the distant look in his eyes clearly showing that he's thinking of a fonder time. You know what was great? My desktop iPad. Man, that was the best. Stable, awesome, and a killer whirl of the fan. You just don't know how satisfying it is to hear your computer work to keep itself cool. It's kind of weird. No casual user has desktops anymore. But what do they use now? On icon phones. And phones these days break if you breathe on them wrong. Icon phones could probably survive a nuclear blast. Oh, there we go. Finally working. Punches rapidly at the tablet screen. Wasn't this game made before the whole iPhone's bending if you put it in your pocket thing? Or some, what was it? I didn't follow it at all. My iPhone is very old. Well, very old. It's from like 2012-ish. So it's pretty outdated. I think it's an iPhone like 4, 5. I don't know how to check the model. About? I've tried looking before. It says modem firmware 7.60. Does that mean I have an iPhone 7? Or version is 10.3. I assume that's iOS. I don't know. I've always found it really hard to navigate iPhones. Anyway. Let me browse through for a quick refresher. As his eyes roll over the screen, his mouth settles into a thin, disturbed line. Right. You know, entry student application with the Academy requires a psychological analysis by a qualified physician? Yes? Yeah, another security measure, isn't it? Let me read this and see what you think. Midori Mayano, first disappearance. Chronic social anxiety, suspected autism. She's an artist. Holed up a lot in her room, but she made the most beautiful paintings. Toma Hayashi, the second disappearance. Always out on the party scene. Kind of a screwed up kid, to be honest. He was always causing trouble to get some attention. I had to slap him on the wrist a few times for vandalism. He's practically Michelangelo when it came to drawing the lower half of the male body. Thanks, I totally didn't need to know that. Akane Tsukino is the third victim. She's a really sad story, and a lot of potential. That name still sounds familiar. She's the vice president of the student council and the star of the badminton club. She just accepted a special internship for Lemon Escape too. Sounds like a lot for one person to handle. It was, Family put a lot of expectations on her shoulders. She's the key to a better life, you know? Breeding ground for depression, if you ask me. Scholarship winner? And she had a boyfriend. How's that? Crazy. Pause at that. Something feels disrespectful about questioning the sanity of the dead. So, those are the 3 victims? Seems like they had some concerning psychological problems. I mean, they're all perfectly acceptable levels of mental illness, but there's not a single average report. In fact, most of the conditions sounded pretty serious. Serious and confidential. See why Mr. Yoda was reluctant to tell me, but this pattern really could be the key to unlocking the mystery. Thanks for telling me. Kinda curious, kid. Why you're taking this so well. Sorry? You just found out that 3 students at your school were murdered. It's pretty unsettling news. I mean, I did, so I mean, it really is. It is really. Death. A permanent condition. Something that students really shouldn't have to face. Their reaction must seem odd. Should I be hyperventilating? On the contrary, this is pretty refreshing. But also concerning. I'll admit that. Well, I won't question it tonight. It's getting pretty late. Better get going. It's not safe for students to be out and about anymore. Thanks for the info, Mr. Yota. More than that, thankfully he was able to trust me. I leave the school after Mr. Yota gets a campus security patrolman to escort me home. Seeing policemen inside campus unnerves most students, so they're mainly kept for border patrol, making sure that no one enters or leaves the school. I've rarely seen them, to be honest. They probably don't act unless something suspicious crops up on the gate sensors. Huh? Shigure! Hello? Where are you? Your voice is clipped, leaving no room for any extra conversation. Good evening to you, too. Your services are required. Now. A little taken aback at the shortness of her tone. Seems like some urgent business. Okay, I'm in front of the school. Very well, nearly there myself. Don't move. Sorry? Well, that was expected, if I'm honest with myself. What kind of business could Shigure have at this time of night? Ishiyama. What happened to the guy escorting me home? Shigure shuts out of the shadows, her face completely expressionless. Did it occur to you that I might have things to do tonight? It did not. Come, this way. She turns on her heel and begins to stride down the sidewalk. We travel in complete silence. Definitely a first. Only able to bear it for around 10 minutes before things get too uncomfortable. Now, if you're mad at me, you might as well just say it. I should discuss these psychological problems with Shigure. What am I thinking? She'll wonder if my sources are accurate. I'll either have to tell her my informant, or I'll have to drop the issue. Thanks, Shigure. Even if I don't give her the identity of my informant, she'll figure him out eventually. Should I? I'm looking for a place to call it, but I want to keep reading today. So I don't know how. I apparently don't have longer than 20 minutes to record left, so I could call it here, record as much as I can, cut it or end it prematurely, or just make this a longer one. I think. Yeah, it's fine if it goes into like 40-minute territory, I guess. Chicks are turned into an area I instantly recognize, for better or for worse. Nothing is as welcoming as the smell of rotting litter, cigarettes, and the traces of burning drugs. I cover my face with my sleeve in a vain attempt to block out the foul smell. Is this District 6? Don't tell me. Giving me another test, aren't you? A quiet trigger is far more unnerving than an abusive one. Almost Mr. Cannon of verbal assault. We've arrived. She gestures to a large beaten down apartment complex before us. The dilapidated, isn't that right? Buildings and littered streets around us don't do wonders for this district's notoriety. I said that right. That's for sure. Twice in one sentence. What are we here for? An inkling in the back of my mind whispers, to kill you without anyone seeing, but I shove it into some crevice of my brain. Shigure withdraws a single index card from her jacket pocket, showing it to me. This. There are only 3 numbers written on it. 338. What's that? Apartment number? She only nods, and I follow her down the path between the apartments. Surreptitiously, glancing around for any sense of suspicious figures. I almost got that one, I think. This is definitely not my idea of a vacationing spot, that's for sure. Finally, Shigure comes to a short stop in front of a door with the number 338 emblazoned on it. She clears her throat for a second, takes a deep breath, knocks lightly, thrice. Give me a minute. The voice that comes from within the apartment is light, feminine, nothing like what I expected. It's followed by sounds of scraping, shifting, and screeching, as if a number of heavy objects are being moved around the room. Come in. Shigure tries the doorknob and turns with ease. She pushes the door open, and I step inside, unsure of what to expect. What's that? At first I thought those were Uno cards, but I guess it's a magazine, looks like. This isn't Misaki, is it? You can see the shadow of the fan. That's kind of neat. Although, that looks weird. Like, this, what do you call these? There. I'm an idiot. What? Yeah, it just looks 2D. And, yeah, this whole image kind of looks 2D while it's trying to be 3D. The front room is, oh, there's it. Dude, look. There's one of those mask things. The front room is neat, tidy, and utterly plain. The only messy feature is a few cushions scattered idly about the floor, topped with several popular magazines. All of it isn't the great detective herself. Is this that girl that Elizabeth is friends with? I completely forgot about her. My attention turns to the large couch near the center of the room, upon which lounges a small framed girl. Her clothes are edgy but neat. Although her eyes are a deep chocolate brown, there's some of the coldest I've ever seen. It's one that I've seen her before. What brings you to this side of town, Enomoto? Shigure sits on a nearby cushion, stiffly. As always, I am deficient of requisite intelligence. Oh yes, you're always lacking in intelligence. Got her. Shigure bristles. Of the informative sort. The girl only smirks and turns to me. Predatory glint in her eye snaps everything into place. Natsuki Tanaka. The interesting, unnerving friend of Elizabeth Oshio. At first I thought he was giving her a fake name. The way she sits, the clothes she wears, even the color of her eyes, they're all drastically different from school. But I know with certainty that she's the same person. The angles to her expression, the tone of her posture. It's the exact same. Oh, how interesting. Thought I'd have a swarm of questions. That I'd be shocked, but I'm not. Not really. I almost feel like a small part of me had been expecting something this odd, especially from Natsuki. Is being a student just a cover, or are you actually one? To be or not to be? Surely that's the question. Shigure clears her throat impatiently. As content as the two of you up here exchanging pleasantries, I'm here regarding a matter of urgency. Natsuki. Natsuki raises a single eyebrow. You know my price. Ah yes, so much getting shallow. Don't feign ignorance, Enomoto. Doesn't suit you. Your almighty brain should be able to remember something as trivial as my currency. Shigure flushes at this. What? Suddenly you didn't think I'd forget something as important as that? Shigure mumbles something indiscernible while putting her cap over her face. Maybe that's why she was so quiet. She wasn't angry at me. She was dreading coming here. Oh, what do you have me do? Natsuki catches my eye, mischievous glimmer in her gaze. What's your favorite animal, Ishimoto? Do choose something reasonable, not a duck-billed platypus, yes? What for? She only winks at me. Guess I'll have to give her an animal to find out. Dog, cat, chicken. Yeah, I'm just more of a cat guy. Cat, I guess. She smacks at Shigure, who sends me a look of honor. Ishiyama, we need another talk concerning your pay. Natsuki cheerily vanishes into an adjacent room. When she emerges after a few minutes, she's holding a full-size cat costume. Go back and choose chicken. Does the game... No, this isn't Little Busters. Do I have to reload? It's worth it. Alright. All the way back here. Is there a skip to next choice button? Doesn't look like it. Okay, this is a flashback of earlier this episode. Earlier, Dragon Ball Z. Not last time, earlier. And the talk with Mr. Yoda, and then we send out to Shigure, and then we'll be back. And I'll make a save to see. Which one does Shigure react good at? Chicken. She smacks at Shigure, who sends me a look of horror. Put this on Enomoto. I want to see all three of them. Grumbling, Shigure yanks the costume over her clothes and zips it up. Wait, what? It doesn't... This game sucks! There, satisfied? How does she act to dog? She reacts horribly to all of them, okay. I don't know if I have skip on or off, so, like, skip red text. A nice loud meow. Meow. Seeing Shigure so subdued is pretty unnerving. Can't believe there's such a proud person would stoop so low. I mean, I'd rather just have money, honestly, but... Just what kind of person is Natsuki? Now, Yami Ishimoto. Cat is incapable of speaking English, so you'll have to be Shigure's mouthpiece. Before that, however, I believe we have something catching up to do. What are you? An ordinary, ignorant civilian? Doing caught up in a nasty business like school murders. Student murders. Work for Shigure, I want to fight for what's right. I want to be a Seigi no Mikata. I guess I just work for Shigure. Dear Inomoto picked you to work for her? Oh, isn't that precious? Two useless fools bumbling about together. Washed up headstrong detective who was blinded at the first set of murder, and an irresponsible, selfish teenager who takes nothing seriously. Isn't Shigure a professional detective? At least we're trying to help. Is she a professional? Like, what counts as a professional detective? Because, like, the police officers knew her, so I mean... That accounts for something. At least we're trying to help. Alright, we're still learning, but at least we're trying to help. It'd be better for you to leave this to the professionals. Can't exactly say that the police are doing a much better job. Please. The police are about as professional as taco-selling clowns. You're not aware of the pathetic state of their CCTV coverage? Why, we can hardly see anything that happens around the city. Sure, Enomoto found this as an unpleasant surprise while she was investigating into the school. Really, the student's obsession with privacy is just adorable. Think how easy the killer would be caught with a few more camera installations. And who are these so-called professionals? People with knowledge. Knowledge is power. Hence why we want it. Oh, for what purpose? Gonna sell it like you. Gonna help others. Now, if we say I'm gonna sell it like you, that means we'd be putting her out of business. What do you rather pay money or dress up in a cat costume to get information? I'm not sure on that one, so I'm gonna help others. Use it to save lives and stop this repulsive killer. Oh, how childish. Rather be childish than be a pretentious jerk. Charlene laughs at this. You're cute. Maybe I should keep you. Can I keep him in Enomoto? I will not. She waves her index finger at Shigure. What a cat's supposed to say, Enomoto? Yeah. I think that means I can keep you. Her treatment of Shigure sends a spiral of nausea straight to my gut. What a deplorable human being. I don't even have an answer for her. Her eyes changed. Wait, did they? Like, there's a red bit purple? Natsuki evaluates my expression for a long moment. Something in her face changes slightly. Would you like a drink? That wasn't sudden at all. What? You're gonna poison it? That's a bit of a rude assumption. Not exactly a baseless one. I do show courtesy to my guests. Yeah, because you've been so very courteous. She continues to examine me. A slight smirk pulling at her lips. Good to know you aren't as weak as you appear. Would you like some coffee? Tea? Milk? Some manners would be nice. She ignores this and heading out of the room. She faintly calls behind her as she leaves. Wonder what our little kitten should have. Do have some expired milk I've been meaning to throw away. Maybe I can dump it in a bowl for her. This woman is insane. Shigure huffs at this. Keeps her mouth shut until Natsuki has completely left the room. Then she pulls herself over to me, her voice low and urgent. Take control of the conversation and get the information. Can't stand much more of this. How am I supposed to do that? I don't even know enough about the case. Natsuki has amazing connections. She has information a lot of others don't. So long as I pay her for what she wants, we can get it from her. What am I supposed to ask about? Shigure opens her mouth to answer, but as Natsuki's approaching footsteps, she quickly shrinks back onto her cushion. Natsuki re-enters the room, placing a glass of iced tea before me, a glass of water before Shigure. I surreptitiously sniff it, which she catches. If you don't mind indirect kisses, I can sip it for you to prove it isn't. No! No! I'd rather die than indirect kiss you. I'll pass. She smirks, settling on the couch. This is my chance to ask some questions. So, how do you and Shigure know each other? Shigure shoots me a dark glare, as if to say, what does that have to do with anything? But I ignore it. As you may have noticed, we have this symbiotic exchange from time to time. I have information that she needs, so she pays me for it. How can we know that this information is reliable? Could be lying to us. Natsuki raises an eyebrow, seemingly impressed. Enomoto thought the same on our very first interaction, so I gave her a free trial period. She's yet to find me wrong. Is that right, kitty? Well, meow. There you have it. She turns to me expectantly, as if waiting for my move. Wait, wonder what I should ask about. Culprit, the victims, links or ties. We already know the victims. I know links or ties? I should... Hold on, save here. So, should I give her the false impression that I don't? Or should I ask about the culprit? She doesn't know the culprit. She may know a clue or two about him, but she doesn't know him. Is this case related to any other cases? Perhaps there's some info that we can merge. Now you're asking the right questions. There we go. You know, the two of you have been so exploratory that I'll even give you a little treat. What do you say? Sure, I guess. Itsuki doesn't seem to be fazed by my lack of enthusiasm. She slowly leans forward, enunciating each syllable with painstaking precision. The Independent Killings. That's the name of the second game, Lucid9, The Independent Killings. These mean nothing to me, but Shigure immediately bolts upright, her eyes glimmering with excitement. Tanaka, you must... We're not in Narnia, Enomoto. Talking animals do not exist. Shigure suddenly settles to the ground, but I can tell that this is a vital breaking point. What are the Independent Killings? For the past 2 years, 2.5 perhaps, there have been sporadic, brutal murders all around Osamu. Innocent civilians with no relation to one another were massacred in the most terrible of deaths, left as bleeding corpses in the streets. The only connections was their time of death, which was always at night, and their autopsies, death by blood loss from uncountable lacerations. Uncountable lacerations. My head spins. My vision from the forest this morning re-enters my thoughts. What does that even mean? They were cut to pieces, skinned alive, sliced until the lifeblood out of them? Is Natsuko implying that 3 students at the academy went through something like that? How could no one know about this? Police did their utmost to conceal knowledge from the public, lest even more chaos fall in the city. We deserve to know when these things happen. Oh, Ishimoto, last thing you want to do is tell a herd of sheep that there's a wolf in their midst. The way she says this, as if she's right and that's all there is to it, irritates me. But I have to push it away in order to continue the conversation. So are you saying that this case is the same as the Independent Killings? Did I say that? The killer is the same? Did I say that? Shigure leaps forward, words tumbling excitedly out of her mouth. The killer is one and the same. For the longest time... Hush, Enomoto. Remember? Cats can't speak. Shigure withdraws, a dark glare in her eye. Why do you treat Shigure like that? Oh, like you said that even after seeing how she treats everyone around here? She pretends as if everyone around here is trash beneath her feet, simply giving her a taste of her own medicine. It's not exactly the best line of logic, but I guess if I had power over Shigure, I wouldn't want her to forget in a hurry. Still, this method just feels wrong. Even though I have a hard time stomaching her treatment, and I'm not even going through it. It'd be better if I could consult her, not sure what to ask. Then how about something more interesting, such as? She lounges against the couch. Well, for one, yesterday, you were in the most compromising position with Yui Hayata on the fears. She knows! She knows about the embarrassing improv that I did and how they caught me! A bolt of ice plunges into my stomach. I thought she only knew general information, mystery information, crime information. How could she know about that? Seems that there's quite an interesting story behind that. Who told you? You presume that someone needed to tell me in order for me to know. Did you access the security cameras? That's certainly an interesting possibility. Nothing she says is satisfactory. Nothing. How did you know? How did you know about that? Same way I know that you were in District 6 3 nights ago on Enomoto's ridiculous capacity test. Same way I know that you watched the most entertaining, albeit mindless, robot fight at the theme park. Same way I know that your apartment key code is the frankly pitiful 14789. What? Oh, right, that's on a number pad that's all the way up to the side. She pauses, her eyes glittering in amusement. Womanly intuition. She's insane. After all, I mean, it'd be like her to watch every step the killer does. Because, under the assumption Yama is a culprit? I don't know about that. It's making my business to know everything, Ishimoto. I work to speak past my dry throat. No one can know everything. No one. So here we have a a Monogatari episode. We're playing as Hanakawa, and this is what's her name? The baseball cap guy in. She has the baseball cap. She knows everything. I forget her name. You're right. I just know everything that matters. I just know what I know. Wait, what does Hanakawa say? Raise the glass of iced tea to my lips, but my hands are shaking. Why are you telling me this? Because, well, I have a little message for you. She elegantly rises to her feet, but her eyes have regained their cold sheen. Back off, Yami Ishimoto. You don't know what you're dealing with. She grabs the glass from my frozen hands and heads to the kitchen. Don't forget the animal on your way out. Shigure, who's sheathing with a mixture of rage and humiliation, promptly rips off the costume. Tanaka, you're with... Oh... Natsuki swiftly whips around, staring Shigure dead in the eyes. And in one fluid motion, she stuffs something into Shigure's pocket, whisks into the kitchen. Shigure stares at whatever Natsuki gave her, then motions sharply to me. Ishimoto, we're leaving. Now. Okay. Don't even get a say as I'm forcibly dragged out of the apartment and back to the street. We stagger into the cutting night air, out of breath, and stooped over in shock. Take a moment to gather my thoughts before I can force out any words. Why did you bring me here? To be miserable? To show me I was in over my head? To give me yet another reason why I'm an incompetent subordinate? I can't handle her alone. I don't think we handled her together. Actually, that's the most bearable she's ever been. Either my Shigure translator just became embedded in my subconscious, or this woman is speaking like everyone else. Not only that, she extra gave me a compliment that wasn't backhanded. Who is this imposter? What has she done with Shigure? Nevertheless, Ishimoto, you're fired. What? Wait, what? Did she just call me by... Wait, what? She's firing me? She called me by my name? Yes, I'm firing you. You have fulfilled all necessary services. No longer see reason to expend resources on a useless assistant. She seems almost back to normal. Almost. But it's too abrupt for me to believe that she's being genuine. If you interfere with my work, I'll have to have you detained. I have connections with the police. I prefer not to use it, but I will if I must. Why? Oddly enough, Shigure seems to falter at this simple inquiry. It's for your own safety. You must trust me. Trust. That's a nice word. This has nothing to do with Natsuki's warning on how I should stay out of this. Truly, you were my assistant for that reason. What's that supposed to mean? It's of little consequence. You are fired because you're no longer fit for the job. I clench my jaw to hold back a pulse of anger, which is basically being an errand boy. Pardon me if I fail to see the extensive qualifications that an errand boy needs to fulfill. Let me tell you my own theory, huh? The independent killings. Know an awful lot about them, considering that they're supposed to be hidden from the general public. You were involved in these cases in some way, weren't you? Then when you noticed that 2 students had disappeared from the allegedly impervious academy, something clued you in that they had to be tied to the independent killings. Maybe it was evidence, probably just intuition, considering how to get Natsuki to confirm it for you. Ishimoto, you do not understand. So you saw the students were disappearing from the academy. 4 days ago, you decided you needed to get inside and figure out for yourself what was happening. But security's tight. Couldn't hope to just snoop around unless someone willingly let you in. In the midst of my indignant wrath, the puzzle pieces begin to shuffle into place, pulling together fake memories that I thought I'd forgotten. So you had to approach a student. You had to make a specific connection, someone who would let you investigate the school without asking any questions. You had me because you're officially brought into the investigation, after all. Well, it's true, isn't it? You just needed to use me to access the academy. That's why you approached me on the street that day. Go home, Ishimoto. She says this warily. Can only sigh in disbelief. Then, what was that test for? Why did I do? He sent me to someplace that was dangerous, someplace I couldn't handle. But I had, and I did. I solved all of your stupid little puzzles. I'd proved myself fair and square. For what? Being tossed away like garbage? No. Now I understand. What upsets me is not that Shigure approached me with ulterior motives. I expect ulterior motives from everyone. What upsets me is what she's doing now. Tell me how. Ishimoto, tell me, Shigure, how do I prove myself? Give me some riddle, or a logic puzzle, I don't know, a complicated piece of Sudoku. Supposed to help. An upside-down Sudoku. Supposed to be your assistant. Shigure slams her foot into the nearest trash can. Doesn't topple, but the reverb of leather against tin stops me in my tracks. She leans close, eyes narrowed with intensity. Ishimoto, I'll say this once. You may think you fully understand the circumstances which surround these crimes, but you're sorely mistaken. Do not be so quick to forget that I'm nearly a decade your senior. I've seen a great many cases that are beyond your comprehension. I speak not of your intelligence, but of your mental capacity. You're very fragile, Ishimoto. This case may break you. That didn't worry you before. Then let me ask of you this. Are you ready to physically examine a body that has been masterfully taken apart by a sadist with all the time in the world? No. Just the thought makes me queasy. There has to be something else I can do. Enough. I'm tired of this conversation. This is my decision, Ishimoto. I'll be certain to compensate you for the time spent until now. Go home safely. So that's it then? Because I'm still young, because I'm too unstable to be able to see a mutilated body, can't be of use. Shigure. Farewell, Ishimoto. Let us not meet again. Just like that, she turns on one heel and strides away. For a moment, I stand frozen in the streets, watching her figure melt into the smoky evening air. Didn't I want a quiet senior year? A year of breezing by with my friends? No fuss, no muss? I'd always wanted a quiet life. Probably something that involved managing a family restaurant, which I had neither passion nor patience for, but seemed like the least painful option in the lot of life. Really, I can't blame Shigure, can't I? No, some part of me still feels like I deserve a better explanation, maybe even a reward. After all, didn't I get her something vital from Natsuki Tanaka? No, that's not right. What? No, that's right. I'm withholding information from her. Information that I gathered from a confidential informant. Perhaps she doesn't trust me, but neither have I been trusting her. If anything, this encounter only solidified my decision. I don't know what will happen. I can't predict the actions of people who are close to me. All that's left is to look around and keep digging. Try to pull things together myself, even if I'm just a random student at a random stuck-up school. Which means I need to start with anything weird that's happened over the past few days. Weird? Such as emails from unknown senders erratically popping up? Pretty convenient timing when I think about it. Maybe we should just send something random, see how they respond. I forgot about this. Let me take a drink. Oh, this cool animation is playing. At first I thought there's nothing stupider than doing something that made no sense, regardless of whether I enjoyed it or not. Today I changed my mind about that. There are things worth doing, even if at a first glance, they make no sense. There are things that can be appreciated, even if they serve no use. There are things that can deserve to be given a chance, even if they're worst. But I didn't realize this until too late. Now to head back home and get some rest. It's been a long day. I dream of pools of sludge and laughing bones and shards of glands splitting across the edge of my skin. Okay, that was a long one, but I think that's a good place to call it. I think I'll keep going today, and if it's like under 10 minutes, I'll just add it on to the end of this video. If not, I'll just do it next episode. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.